Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
Please board quickly and safely. Our monorail will be departing momentarily. Thank you.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us. This is ResortLoop.com. I'm Tim Scott.
And his lovely wife, Dawn.
And we are starting the show from the Animal Kingdom Lodge in our upgraded Savannah View room. Very excited. But we'll get at the beginning. We started out yesterday, Monday, on vacation. We were driving straight through. And I was actually going to tweet a couple pictures coming down. I was going to do Charlotte and Jacksonville. And then when we got here. Well, when we got to Charlotte, pouring down rain, I couldn't take a hand off the wheel to save my life, and you couldn't even see Charlotte when we went by. So that was very bad. So then we got to, pretty decent drive after that. Got to Jacksonville, and the skies opened up again. So no pictures, no nothing. So then we're cruising down I-4, moving at a pretty decent rate of speed, till we get to about Daytona, where we get on I-4. We're on 95, getting onto I-4, and dead stop. It wasn't raining. There was just a traffic problem. So, we're inching up, we pass it, and then the deluge hits. So, and then we made the dreaded stop. We forgot a couple little things. So we had to stop at Walmart.
Do not ever.
This is the Scott family tip of the vacation. Don't even try to go to Walmart. Spend a couple extra bucks, go to Walgreens. Don't go to the Walmart. Don't do it. Bad news. Took forever. The parking lot was like the Ho Chi Minh Trail. Don't do it.
It was awful.
Terrible. Then we check into the Animal Kingdom Lodge. Beautiful as always, the lobby. We get to the room. We were very excited. Savannah View, upgraded. A couple other little issues. I'm going to hand it off to Resort Loop Dawn so she can tell you about the room.
Well, we liked the room. We had requested bunk beds, but we did not get them. We got 2 queens, which, I think that when they look at their reservation system, because a standard view, if you look on the website, it does say can be 2 queen beds or a queen and bunk beds. Our travel agent had requested bunk beds for us, way back in February when we made the reservation. So it wasn't a last minute thing. She had to call and rearrange some things and double checked again that it was a request. And I understand it's a request, not a guarantee. Our kids, being a boy and a girl, 13 and 18, just felt it was more appropriate for them to have bunk beds. Well, we didn't get it, which is not a big deal. Although I think Disney could possibly, when they're assigning rooms, take a look at those requests and say, okay, yeah, here's a boy and a girl, teenagers, they probably need separate beds. Okay, here's 2 little girls, they're 5 and 7, they're fine in a queen bed. But I don't know how they do it. But anyway, the Savannah View more than makes up for the fact that we do not have bunk beds. We always travel with a blow-up aero bed. So one of the kids is on that. One of the kids is in the bed, and all is well. But our Savannah View is beautiful. The other issue we had with the room, and honestly, I'm so OCD about some things, I want to pack up and leave. And some of you are going to say, oh, that's not a big deal. But to me, this was a big deal. When we got back to the room after our morning, the housekeeper had made up the beds very nicely, did a nice job. But she took the shampoo, conditioner, and shower gel out of the bathtub that we had used, but forgot to replace it. Not a big deal. It happens. So called housekeeping, asked that they replace it. They replaced it with 8 things of body lotion, 1 thing of shower gel, 1 thing of shampoo, no conditioner, and 3 bottles of body lotion, 2 bottles of shampoo that had obviously been used. There was very little left in the one, and the other 2 were about half full. And I'm so grossed out by that if that's their standard, that they take the used containers out of somebody's bedroom or bathroom and put it back into the stock to be reused. I'm concerned. Are they refilling these bottles from a bigger bottle and they're using used stuff? I don't know. I would hope not, but I'm at the point where we need to go to Walgreens and I'm just going to get my own stuff because I can't even stand the thought that somebody's used shampoo and body lotion were brought to my room. So that's just gross. And then, so we called again, told them what happened. They apologized. Very, very nice housekeeping lady. Just brought us a nice little bag with new soap, 2 new shower gels, 2 new body lotions, 2 new shampoos, and 0 conditioners. So she was so sweet. She said she'd be on her way back and, bring us the conditioners, which, is very, very nice. But I handed her the used stuff and I said, this is just not acceptable. So hopefully maybe whoever brought it will get a talking to, and maybe some standards will change, that those things just go right out in the trash, that they do not even go back into the housekeeping area if they have been used. So that's where I stand with that, but I'm not a happy girl right now.
You should see the conditioner. I'll take a picture of all the body lotion we do have for the lacquer conditioner. Apparently they're interchangeable down here. We're not sure what's going on, but we'll see if this podcast gets interrupted by a delivery of said conditioner. But today, we had a very productive day today. Mm-hmm. We woke up and we decided we were going to do Epcot. So we knocked out quite a bit of Future World this morning. We skipped the Spaceship Earth effect. We were not suckered in and did not go to Spaceship Earth right away. We went down, we took a right, and we went right down into Soarin'. No fast pass, no nothing, and the wait was, 10 minutes?
0. It said 10 minutes, but we walked right on.
It said 10. We just went to our queue, we got our little spiel by putty, boarded, flew, and landed, and then we jaunted across the park. I might say sachet, but I have a bad knee. But then we went to Test Track, where it said the wait was 55 minutes. It wasn't 55, maybe a half hour. Maybe. But enjoyed that quite thoroughly. And then, real quick, we were designing the car, and my daughter decided to press French. So I'm not sure what we were doing. I can't really report on that. So I'm going to hand this off to Dawn.
I don't speak French. I don't know what she was doing either.
We don't know what she does.
But who knows? It's probably easier just for us to sleep at night if we don't know what's in her little mind. But, with our whole shampoo and conditioner issue, I don't expect anything from Disney. Mistakes happen. I expect them to correct the mistakes, but I'm not expecting, anything from that outcome. And sometimes I think people come down here and expect a lot of pixie dust to come their way and a lot of extra special treatment. And as we were in Test Track today, we had the unique opportunity to spread a little pixie dust to somebody else. And so I would kind of challenge our listeners at the next time they come to see if they can find an opportunity where they can give a little pixie dust to somebody else. There were 4 of us, and if you've ridden Test Track before, there are 6 seats, 3 in the front, 3 in the back, and we're a family of 4. We went through the regular queue line, but they do have a line for single riders. And oftentimes, groups of people will jump in the single rider line because it's much shorter, because it's the same experience, you're just not riding together. So Tim and Mackenzie were in the front. Stephen and I were in the back, and 2 girls who were obviously traveling together. One would have sat in the front, one would have sat in the back. Well, that's kind of silly. So I asked Stephen to trade spots with the girl that was in the front. So Mackenzie, Tim, and Stephen rode in the front, and then I rode in the back with the 2 girls who were so excited to be able to sit next together and enjoy the experience together rather than separately. And it wasn't, we're a family of 4. It wasn't a big deal to me. I could see my family. They had a good time. Mackenzie kept turning around laughing. And so I think, make your own pixie dust or share some pixie dust with somebody else is my best tip for today.
Very nice. So Test Track was a lot of fun. Like I said, my daughter hit the French button. For some reason, she was having fun. She was having a blast with it. So I just let her go and let her go. Yeah, I said let it go. And then from there, we went to Mission Space. We did the green one. I prefer the green one. I like to know I'm going to make it out shaken, not stirred. And then we saw Universe of Energy, Ellen's Energy Adventure. I always enjoy that. Kind of corny, kind of dated. Mackenzie was amazed. She goes, "Is that Ellen DeGeneres?" So that was kind of cool. She didn't expect that, I don't think. And then from there, we went to Spaceship Earth. And we just had a friend of ours who was able to get us into the VIP lounge there. So that was a new experience for the Scott family. So we enjoyed that a lot. So thank you very much. That was a lot of fun. And then rode Spaceship Earth. That is my daughter's favorite ride. So I think she really enjoyed the whole experience. Kind of being behind the scenes, in the special area there. So that was a lot of fun. And then after that, I think we we departed for lunch. We went to, well, I'm going to hand it off. It was a very nice lunch.
Well, it was already noon, and we had ADRs for 50s Primetime Cafe at like 4:30. So you really don't want a big lunch. So I suggested Cracker Barrel, where they have wonderful house salad. So that's what we all got. Had a very nice lunch, very nice server there. She did a great job. And had that, came out very, very quickly, so that by the time 4:30 rolled around, we were very hungry. We came back to the room just for a few minutes to clean up, and then we headed to the studios. We got there shortly after 3, so we had plenty of time and decided to ride the Great Movie Ride. And you know, it's kind of been weird, and I'm not sure if it's the Fast Pass Plus that is kind of throwing off the ebb and flow of the guests that normally come, or maybe there aren't as many guests as normal, although it looks fairly crowded. But everything that we have done today has been very, very short wait time, and we did not in the morning use the Fast Pass at all. We did have Fast Pass reservations for the evening, but even so, the Great Movie Ride, I couldn't tell you the last time we had to wait any length of time for that. We waited probably about 20 minutes, which I think is significant for that ride because it holds so many.
The line was outside.
So the line was outside, yes, when we got there. But we got on relatively quickly, had a very good time, always a great time. And then we went to Primetime 50s Cafe, where we had Aunt Elaine as our server. And man, was she in character. I couldn't believe it. She was an absolute blast. And we had a very nice family of 4 with 2 smaller girls that I think were shaking in their shoes over Aunt Elaine and worrying about were they going to finish their dinner or not, and no elbows on the table and get your napkin in your lap. And she was, it was kind of funny though, because Mackenzie didn't find anything on the regular menu she liked, and so she asked could she please have a kids menu, as she really wanted macaroni and cheese. And we had ordered drinks, and Mackenzie had ordered milk. And when she asked for the kids menu, Aunt Elaine said, "Hey, this isn't Burger King. You can't have it your way." But she did bring her a kids menu. And when she brought out the drink, she brought out sweet tea for the guys. She brought out my Coke, but she brought out water for Mackenzie. And Mackenzie, without missing a beat, says, "Clearly I can't have it my way because I ordered milk." So she looked at her and she goes, "Well, you would just drink it too fast, and then we'd have nothing left for your dinner." So it kind of sounds like a mom, something a mom would say when she made a little mistake. But it was fun. And just in case you need to know, if you order a mac and cheese, they do have an adult-sized portion, and Mackenzie was able to order the adult-sized portion of the mac and cheese rather than just the small bowl for kids. And it looked very good. She said it was great. I had the meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and green beans, which was fantastic. Steven had the fried chicken, but he substituted the sides, which I don't think Aunt Elaine was real happy about. And then he didn't eat the green beans, and she sort of made a comment about that because he switched out the collard greens for the green beans. But it was really good. Then you had the sampler platter.
Yeah, everything was good.
It was very, very good. I'm always, satisfied when I go there. I don't think we've had any bad meals there at all, so we always like to go back. Yep. But the funniest thing that happened was a table that was near us. The girl had ordered the blue plate special, which was shrimp and grits, and she only finished about half of it. And she snatched her plate and she says, "All right, everybody, does this look like a clean plate to you?" And the poor girl, she was laughing. Thankfully, she was a really good sport. And she goes, "All right, you have to take one more bite before I'm taking this plate." And she scooped up a bite and she made her whole area make an airplane noise and told the girl to open up the hanger. And she fed her a bite, and bless that little girl's heart, she ate it. Well, she wasn't little. She was probably late teens, early 20s. But she ate it, and she was a real good sport. And for being a real good sport, Aunt Elaine did bring her out one of the Build Your Own Sundays. Yes, so I thought that was really, really nice of her. And she did thank her for being a good sport, which it's all part of the fun of the Primetime 50s Cafe. We love to watch it. Don't necessarily like to be the brunt of it, but we did like to watch it. But the little girls that were next to us were really cute. And the one, she dropped a piece of pasta on the ground, and she was all worried Aunt Elaine was going to yell at her for dropping the pasta, and I had already finished, so I snatched it up and hid it under my napkin because she was looking a little panicky about that pasta on the floor. But super good time. So then I'll hand it off to Tim, and he can tell you what we did next.
Well, then also at another table, there was another girl who apparently didn't eat something, or she did something wrong. They made her stand in the corner against the wall. That was
further down. We didn't see exactly what happened.
That wasn't in our area, but it was just kind of fun to, I think she was giggling. She couldn't believe she was at a restaurant at Disney, standing with her nose against the wall. But so we had dinner, which was as Don said, excellent. I had the combination or the sampler platter with the pot roast. The pot roast was really good. So just throwing that out there in case you need a menu suggestion. So from there we went to a Star Tours. Now this is the first time we've been on Star Wars since they redid it, so I was very excited about this. And so we moseyed on down there because we had like 15 minutes to until our Fast Pass actually kicked in, but the wait time was only 20 minutes according to standby line, and I don't even think that was 20 minutes. But
10 at best.
Yeah, 10 at best. The queue area was pretty much the same. I didn't know what to expect since I hadn't been there for a while. I thought there was going to be a little more redo in there, but it was fine. But the ride was amazing. Mm-hmm. The ride was amazing. And then we got done. I'm going to hand off to Dawn because she had an experience with Star Tours she's not had before. Ooh.
Yeah, I think it's just getting to be my age. I'm getting older and just can't handle it anymore. But it wasn't any more rough than it was before, but I could not handle it. I was very, very nauseous after I got off, so I decided to forego the second time they went on. So they used their fast passes to go, but I just sent Tim and the kids, and I sat there on a nice little bench and just let my stomach calm down. I think probably it was a combination of we had just eaten, and then it was a motion ride. I didn't feel well, so I think in the future, any rides that we just choose to do that are motion related, I won't eat beforehand. I think we'll be just fine.
So then after we did the first one, Dawn sat on a bench right there, by the exit, and then the kids and I used our Fast Pass, used the Magic Bands. That worked phenomenally. Again, and this was even less wait than before because of course we used the Fast Pass, and then the first section, I guess. The show is divided into like 3 different acts. The first act was the same as the one we had just done, but the next 2 after that were totally different. Kids loved it, I loved it, and for the very last one, we crashed into a spaceship, or the spaceship crashed into us and broke into the windshield. The 3D effect was amazing. Mackenzie actually covered her face, so that was really good. And then we went from there. We caught some Muppet Vision. Always enjoy Muppet Vision. And then we left Muppet Vision to another deluge. So we kind of him-hawed around for a while, kind of stalled, bought some time, and then it kind of let up for a while. We stopped at the ABC commissary for a while just to kind of let the rain pass a little bit more. And then we were able to do a quick jaunt to a Toy Story Midway Mania. I'll just mention, I think I was the winner of the family. Just mentioning that real quick. But then after that we just decided to leave because it was still raining. We were hoping to get some laundry done. A lot of lightning. And knee was acting up, and I think we were just kind of ready to get back to the room and attack things tomorrow. I think tomorrow we might hit a water park. And then, what are we doing tomorrow evening? Magic Kingdom? Magic Kingdom tomorrow night, so we're looking forward to that, see some other new things. And I'll tell you what, just follow me on Twitter. That's ResortLoop.com. I might post some stuff on Facebook. I've been doing mostly Twitter today so far. But, we're having a great time. Thank you, Bob, for taking care of everything for us at the recording end. And as Bob would say,
see you, everybody.